Tennessee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Attorney General, I'll follow up a little bit on Congressman Wexler's questions. You said you don't know who put Mr. Iglesias on the list. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But you said you knew the president and the vice president didn't. How do you know they didn't?
Well, I just know that they would not do that.
Do you think Mr. McNulty or Mr. Sampson would have done it? You think they could have done it?
Of course. Look, I didn't envision the President of the United States and the Vice President being involved in this process. What I directed.
But you don't know for a fact that they weren't involved in the process through Ms. Meyer or through Mr. Rove. You don't know that.
I have no. That is correct. That is correct. But I have no reason to believe that the White House. In fact, I know the White House has said publicly they were not involved in adding or deleting people from the list. That's what the White House has said publicly.
Right. And the White House asked you, as I understand it in your statement, you say here that Deputy Chief Kyle Sampson told you that the counsel to the President, Ms. Myers, inquired about replacing all 93 U.S. attorneys. And you both agree that wouldn't be a good idea. It'd be disruptive and unwise. So at one point, the White House wanted to replace all 93. So when they wanted to replace all 93, why do you think they wouldn't want to replace 8?
What I've testified also is that I don't know whether or not Ms. Myers thought this was a good idea, whether or not this was even Ms. Myers' idea. She raised this as an idea. We quickly said no.
Did you ever talk to Ms. Myers, to Mr. Rove, or to anyone else, or communicate to Ms. Myers or Mr. Rove or anyone else as to why they wanted to remove all 93 U.S. prosecutors?
I have no recollection of having that kind of conversation with Ms. Myers or Mr. Rove.
And do you have any recollection of a letter to or from them?
I don't, but going back and looking at the documents, there was some email traffic, I think in late December of 2004, early January of 2005, about a conversation involving Mr. Rove stepping into the counsel's office, inquiring about what are we going to do about U.S. attorneys. And then there was a subsequent email back from Mr. Sampson. It's all on the record. I don't recall a conversation with Mr. Sampson during that period of time. This would have been during Christmas week, just 10 days or 2 weeks before my confirmation hearing, and so I have no recollection of that. But I do remember, as I gone back and looking at the documents, there was some email traffic about U.S. attorneys even just before I became Attorney General.